Now, Chicago's talk station presents a special edition of the Rokon Show on 890 AM WLS, celebrating the 10th annual Toast to Harry.
Holy cow!
Brought to you by Harry Caray's Italian Steakhouse and Budweiser, the Great American Lager. Now, live from Harry Caray's in downtown Chicago, the Rokon Show.
Finally, the moment we've been waiting for, live from Harry Caray's on Kinsey. Oh, now that was half-hearted right there. People, let's hear what you really sound like here at Harry Caray's. All right, if it's not for me, for Harry, for God's sake, people. For the next 2 hours, we're going to be live from Harry's. Bill Leff and I are going to be here. Jim and Christina are back in the studio manning the equipment in case anything fails.
Heavy lifting, right.
Right, you're doing all the heavy lifting. You're also making sure that in case anything smokes when we're not there, you can actually put it out.
Yeah, I'll do something to it.
We'll be joined throughout the afternoon here until 7 o'clock by a number of important types, athletes, celebrities, the people from the sporting world, and, of course, Dutchie Kerry is also going to be with us a little bit later on. The matriarch of Chicago sports. That was Dutchie applauding for herself. I've never seen her do that before. But before we start, now this is an incredible thing. This is a little surprise that we have for you today to start this out. I mean, what was Harry's favorite movie of all times? There's no question it was Animal House.
Animal House. That's all he talked about.
We have the surviving cast of Animal House here with us. Peter Riegert is also with us, who played Boone.
Who I'm in love with.
Right. And I thought your love for him was a little unnatural.
It was way unnatural.
Otis Day is here. Otis, he loves us.
Day. Stephen First. How about Stephen First? And Martha Smith also.
We're stepping up to the stage right now. Mr. Marv Levy, a Chicagoan and a football great. A man who was a head coach of the Buffalo Bills and AFC champion 5,622 times by my most recent recollection.
You're only 2 or 3 off. Right?
And also just was the general manager, now just retired as general manager of the Buffalo Bills, and a dear friend of Harry Caray's throughout the many years. And thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Well, it's my great pleasure to be here. Actually, one night many years ago when I was coaching in Buffalo, I came home to Chicago, came in for dinner, and the gentleman invited me over to his table. That's when I met him and his lovely wife, Dutchie. Yeah. It was Harry and Dutchie, and we've been friends certainly ever since.
Yeah. We have with us right next to our little broadcast position here at the bar at Harry Caray's, the largest glass container beer will ever be served in the history of humanity, a 100-gallon glass. We are breaking the existing Guinness Book of World Records record, previously said of 8 gallons, I think it was, which we're smashing this record.
Well, we're being told now, Frankie the bartender, 4 gallons is the old record.
4 gallons?
Yeah.
4 gallons? Frankie, I can't believe what we're doing here.
We're destroying the old record.
We're destroying the old record. No one will ever touch this record. This is like Babe Ruth's record. It'll never be broken.
Never.
Yeah, unless you're on the juice. Pete Van Aken has just stepped up. Pete Van Aken, one of the legends of baseball. He is the owner of the Peoria Chiefs, where Ryan Sandberg is now the manager, which is a Cub farm team. Although for a while you went to the enemy, as I recall.
Yeah, we did. We were with the Cardinals a while, but we caught so much heat from the Cubs fans, and even though Harry was gone when we switched, I could see the skies rumbling, so I thought we'd better get back with the Cubs while the getting was good.
I think that was a smart move on your part, Pete. Harry's here with us, actually.
Well, Ro, it's a pleasure to be here with you and Bill Wright.
Harry, 10th year now doing this. And I think it's just an absolute. First of all, you look great. You haven't changed in 10 years.
Well, I appreciate that. I try to keep things on the up and up. When you keep the schedule as busy as mine, that's what happens.
Aren't you amazed by the turnout every year? It gets bigger and bigger and bigger, Harry?
It's unbelievable. They've removed all the tables so they could fit more people in the crowd. Just look at them all.
We are at a very important moment in the history of today because they're just about to start filling up the world's largest glass of beer.
100 gallons.
100 gallons. We're going to set a Guinness Book of World Records record.
Yep.
A record of Guinness proportion, even though it's Budweiser.
Well, still.
Imagine the ironies. And we're all going to drink from it. It's going to be a wonderful moment. There's lights underneath it. I hope it keeps the beer very, very cold. We are pleased. We are proud to have with us Crane Kenny. He is the chairman of your Chicago Cubs. Crane, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
And congratulations in advance of finally winning a World Series after 100 years. This is exciting.
And now the president of your Chicago Blackhawks has stepped in. You couldn't get away. You had to stop by and see this because you actually were, I don't know, is it fair to say you were Harry's boss? I mean, Harry didn't have bosses.
Harry didn't have a boss. You know, Harry did things his way. He didn't really have a boss.
Yeah.
Harry's not the kind of guy that reported to anybody. He lived by his own rules, and you just let him go because he was bigger than the product. He just was.
Frankie O, the bartender, the great bartender here at Harry Caray's, has been literally pouring buckets of beer
by hand.
How many gallons in each of these buckets? Do we know?
4-gallon bucket.
3 gallons in each bucket, and he's been literally
33.
for an hour. For an hour, there's been a bucket brigade.
Seems a little longer than that, Ro.
Putting the buckets of beer into this glass. Are you okay?
Well, I'm a beer pouring professional, so this is a little bit more than I'm used to, but you know what? It's just a typical night at Harry Caray's.
I got to say, it's beautiful. I've never thought I'd fall in love with a large container of beer before, but this looks like the most delicious thing I've ever seen at Budweiser.
Well, you know what I was thinking, Ro? That, Harry's glasses were kind of thick, so I think they magnified things. I think this is what a beer looked to Harry every time he looked at it. No wonder he liked the Budweiser so much.
It is the most beautiful glass of Budweiser I think anybody could ever see, and everybody's going to have a chance to have a drink from it as we set the world record. And it's really, as a matter of fact, it's weird. As I look through the beer, look through the Budweiser, I see Harry's image.
How about that? It's a miracle.
It's weird. It's like it is. This is like a religious thing. I hope everybody on the TV cameras is getting this because
That's what any beer we pour here.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, thank you so much, Frankie, for all your hard work. He's doing God's work here.
Yes.
All right. Hey, I have with me Dutchie Kerry, who is, of course, Harry's widow and the matriarch of Chicago sports, I would say.
Thank you very much, Ro. I just got that title tonight, right?
Yes, I've now called you this, so I think it is now official.
Well, I wanted to start singing 100 gallons of beer on the wall, but they wouldn't let me.
Oh. You know what? And they were right not to. I would just like to say that. Also, the proprietor, Grant DePorter, is here, the general manager of Harry Caray's, the managing partner of Harry Caray's, the man who, if we weren't here, would have us all killed. Let's be honest. I got to thank everybody for stopping by. Marv Levy, Pete Vanaken, John McDonough, Crane Kenny, the chairman of the Chicago Cubs, Dutchie Kerry, America's greatest sports icon, Dennis Farina, our dear friends from everybody from Animal House, the surviving cast members, Karen Allen, Stephen First, Peter Riegert, Martha Smith, and of course, Otis Day. And our very special thanks to our sponsor, Budweiser, for doing this. Harry, this is for you.